And then,
No, I mean like starting the stream now.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, no,
There we go.
guys, I'm not that oblivious.
Hello, world.
Well,
Welcome
You're
back to the
oblivion?
stream. Don't mind me today.
oh yeah, let's get
Hopefully,
our.
you'll be able to make out what I talk about in words, because my voice is almost trying to disappear on me. And hopefully it doesn't do that during the actual game. So let's put this back on chat.
Let me in.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So hopefully everybody's able to open that large map. I think I forgot to downsize it a little bit as far as the resolution, but last we left off, there was a battle of invisibility, probably because nobody could see what they were fighting, and yet managed to murder a spy of sorts, which nobody really knows who that particular person was. Fina might have some memories that popped up when you were munching down on the flesh. Other than that, don't really know about all the pieces yet. There's little pieces of the puzzle, maybe something to do with memories of the past. I think also, Aaron, you sort of remember something about this particular creature, possibly in your wide travels around the world. Possibly related to Hexa Landing.
Your music is really loud and you're really quiet. You're really quiet.
Let me see here. What is going on?
I'd be at 200%, so.
Well, the music feels like the people are playing right next to me.
Oh, is it through
is it
your
snuggled into your ear?
It's not through the stream, it's through you. Okay. Alright, let me see. That might be because that is new music.
They couldn't hear me in here.
Yep, that's what's going on. Forgot to lower those.
Shit.
How about now?
Oh yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
The music is quieter, but like I can still hear it. Ish.
Alright, cool. And I think you can actually control the master volume or anything on your side too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's under like the little sprocket wheel and should be under audio and something. I think it's called audio and video, and there has a master music volume level for Roll20. Is everybody else able to hear me pretty good?
Yep.
You're good on my end.
Awesome.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
You're real loud, Batsy.
He's not that loud for me. Yeah, turn him down in Discord.
Speaking of Batman, I think I figured out how to make a bootleg hoverboard for you.
Oh no.
Oh, dear gods.
All right.
Sounds like a great idea.
So after battling this creature and putting it down, I think y'all took a rest, and then decided to head on down through the fork and the path that's leading to Hearthstone. And there's where we currently are, because y'all started smelling the faint, lingering odor of death.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were actually about to have somebody roll, which more than likely might be Mr. Ben, since you are in the lead. If you wish to do that, you can roll me a d20.
Okay.
Ooh, 11. Interesting.
Legs 11. Like Catwoman.
All right. Wait, there we go. Sorry, had to mute that.
Yeah, perfect.
Did it mute it? Darn Twitch. Sorry.
Silly Twitch. Silly.
There we go. All right. Sorry, I had to mute Twitch. I was wondering where that echo was coming in for me. I was like, wait a minute, I don't got it on YouTube. All right, and then
I've heard these voices before.
Oh yeah, Rev, if you wish to join them together, I don't know if you can send me an invite like you did last time, but I don't know
yeah,
if
I can
anybody's
send one real
watching
quick.
yours
I did
currently,
before,
but I was
but
wanted to make sure that
you
the
were
music
busy.
was all right.
You're good. You're good. Let me send you an invite right now.
And with an 11,
Nice.
I'm gonna roll this really quick while that's happening. Ooh, where can I roll that? Let's roll that here. Oh my god. All right. The smell doesn't seem to be as strong as you are moving and trying to make a hastily tracking toward the Hearthstone. And the wind seems to be shifting a bit toward you coming in from... This always confuses me. So it's moving toward the west, coming from the east. So that's why you were able to pick up some of the odor. But it seems that you are moving rather quickly, faster at least, than the odor is approaching. So
That's good news. How far do I reckon it is now to this built up area?
the excuse me, repeat that again.
How far do I think it is now into this built up area?
If you are going down, let me see. Let me check the distance here. I think you're about...
Did like 45 last time.
That's right.
Because y'all were traveling for a while. Just checking on.
Gina's probably going to sprint ahead anyways. You're going to scan out.
So can we see the building in the distance?
At 45, no, not yet. You wouldn't be able to see it. No. 5, let me see.
Oh. Okay.
And you're what? You're wanting to scout ahead?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and do like the dash and cunning action dash to get ahead of the group to scout out to make sure we're not going into an ambush.
Alrighty. And then also, oh, wait a minute. Let me check my Twitch really quick. Oh, were you able to send that invite really quick? Or where is it?
I did. I think you have to accept it on
Accept
Twitch.
Right there. Perfect.
Sweet, and our chat should be shared now.
Ooh,
Yep, it just told me.
that's awesome. Hello, world. Awesome. So hopefully music is sounding good on that one. I can never tell because I gotta mute all these things. All right.
Cool, that's working.
You're in the wall.
I'm in the walls.
Go ahead and if you're gonna scout out ahead, I'll say go ahead and roll me a d20. Fina.
All right.
As you are moving up ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and
Dash. That's a 7.
actually looks perfectly fine to you.
You should leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
We're just gonna put you over here just for now, but you're not on the map. Pretty much just moving through this grassy field, trees sporadically around areas here. And I think you rested during the day, so we had about, what, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I said? I think I said 3 or 4, that y'all woke up and started moving, correct?
Correct. That's correct, yes.
All right, so that means since y'all been moving down through here, the sun is finally sinking into the horizon. I think is where we left off because the winter months are similar to ours, so the sun is setting a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
So,
my
Fina,
plan was thinking that we actually get there when it becomes dusk. So, because the ghouls are going to be more active at night, so we're behind walls or in cover.
Ideally.
Correct. I'd say, Fina, let me see here. If you just shoot up ahead, I'll say that you at least can finally see as the sun is sinking off in the horizon a little bit to your right, and past these large grassy fields. You can see the silhouette of a building. It seems to be just one lone silhouette. And from at least from that distance, with that roll, you can see that it's still another, from where you at and how you ran, because you were running pretty quickly, at least 10 minutes away. And by this time, for the rest of you, you have at least another good 20 minutes. And I'm going to have you roll me another D20 check. This time, roll it against your survival bin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
17. All right. Let me do something here. And sorry if I'm not as descriptive as usual. I'm trying to pick my words as efficiently as I can.
Looking at
You
looking
do
at
what
the
you
sun.
gotta.
Yeah. Looking at the sun. How long do we think it until the sun sets?
As Fina had taken off with the sun, you have at least another 5 minutes before the sun is under the horizon, but you still got that twilight.
Okay.
All right, let's see here.
I'll tell the people at the back we need to stop picking up the pace.
Ooh, all right, so I'm going to roll 2 rolls then. Uh-oh. All right, and then for the people... they do pick up the pace. They're able to move a little faster. They also see the light dispersing off in the distance. Because I rolled on the first one an 18, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll me another D20. What's your survival?
I would like to give the help action.
Okay. Go ahead
If,
and
it,
roll.
Flash of
if
genius.
at all it is needed. If at all it is needed.
Go ahead and roll with an advantage, Ben, so you can roll another one. Uh-oh. All right.
You get
And you get a
advantage
flash
to
of
help.
genius. So it'll be 20 instead of 15.
20 instead of 15? All right. So that means, let me see what this does here.
We've come too far.
I ain't dying.
Ooh, all right.
We ain't leaving these people behind now.
So,
I
Nice
suddenly
roll.
feel
Nice
overwhelmed.
so yeah, the only thing that you can go ahead and roll me a perception bin.
Comforting.
12.
By the way, DM, also while he's doing that, I would like to just get a good whiff of like the area itself to see if anything smelled like dead, decayed, or just wrong.
Go ahead and roll me a perception against your smell sense.
Well, we've got
There's
fiends
also-
looking.
Just put out your feely wheelies and
26.
26.
Damn.
Wheelies.
Billy Willies. So, as you take a whiff, while nobody else can smell this, you probably will, unless anybody else has some like pretty strong smell. From the east, there is the slight smell of that death, but seems to be further away now, as you are making quite a movement here with the 200 villagers moving a little bit quicker, but you have not lost whatever is following you. And
Got you. So, go ahead.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Alright, so Ben and Illith, y'all hear in your head, the east is bad. Real bad.
Mm.
I can smell them all.
Yeah, this is where we have to move to get to this this built up
And
place.
go ahead. What were you saying, Ben?
This is why we have to move to get to this built up place before they catch us in the open.
They still know where we are, and I try to move quickly. And I say that like in y'all heads, and I try and I move quicker.
And now, as you're moving, Fina, you're the one that's up ahead. After just seeing the silhouette of the building, what are you going to do after that?
Can I do a perception check to see if I can get any more details before dipping back to the group?
Yeah, go ahead.
18.
18. Nice. With that one, I would say that you can see, judging from this distance, at least as it's sticking out of the ground past the horizon, it seems more like a wall that's sticking out and at least about 30 feet in height. That's all you can tell from this distance.
Alright, then I'm just going to fall back to the group so I can establish a connection with them.
All right. So I'm going to do one last roll. This is the third one. So go ahead, Ben. Give me one more roll. As you are moving quickly.
Is that perception or survival?
Oh, sorry. Survival. Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's a good roll right there. Here we go.
I do guidance and touch myself on the chest
Oh, nice.
and pray to my God.
Here we go. What will it say? Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, Nubu, you can smell even for you now, it's starting to dissipate a little bit. It's still lingering, but it's very faint. As you see Fina coming from the horizon to meet up with the group, you, at this time, can actually start to see a little bit for your human eyes. You can still see a little bit off when the twilight of the horizon, something sticking out of the ground past all the moving grass blades here and trees and such. You can tell that there's some sort of building or wall at least.
Okay, I would like to point that out to all the villagers to give them hope to move forward quicker.
Ooh, hope. That goes for an advantage right there. Alright, let's do what the other one was.
I'll do what priests do the best, as in to give speeches.
Hey, that's my job.
Well, they rolled an 18, so they see this and they start running. They start like moving as quickly as they can, catching up to you actually, Ben. As they're like trying to move as fast as they can.
Yep.
But that time, I will say, eventually, getting closer, you do indeed see that this building, as Fina arrives with you and everybody travels together, it is a 30-foot wall that you start to see in the distance. And as you start nearing it, yeah, it is 30 feet, and you seem that it's constructed from some sort of stone, but you can also see like lime mortar as you start arriving closer to it, and also old dwarven steel pins, though you can see that some of them have been worn because of time. If you could, everybody else has good sight during the night. You can definitely see it's sun bleached gray, but there's ivy and thornweed creeping along the sides and places where the stone has cracked, possibly from previous battles or defenders, and There are some wooden scaffolding off to the very top of it, and also mixture with moss and vines that cluster most, if you could tell, with y'all's dark vision. Whoever has dark vision, you could probably tell that they're more lingering in the shady corners. But they do have like murder holes and slits on the wall. And as y'all near it, I'm going to put this map here in a little while, but you can see that toward your direction that you're heading in, coming toward the west of it, to the east side of it, there is a large entrance, and that particular entrance is a 50-foot building, and then in the center of it is a gateway. What do you call it? Oh my God.
Portcullis.
Yes, I can't say it. My voice won't allow me.
Is the portcullis currently closed?
It is currently just jammed halfway down.
All right.
Okay.
I would like to.
I would like to wave Fina over to me.
Okay, and then Aaron, what were you doing as you're waving Fina over? Aaron, what were you doing? Or
Just immediately going and spider climbing the wall to try and open the portcullis the rest of the way, or see what's jamming it, if everyone can already get underneath it.
okay, and then Ben, you call Fina over. Fina, do you come over, or what are you doing?
I'll connect psychically to Illith, and then the other Dampier, and then who else are you not connected to? Illith.
The only ones I have a connection to are Ben and Nobu. So,
I'm trying to connect to you.
Beyonce and Thorag.
All right, Thorite and Yonsei, and then Illith. I'm connected to you psionically, or
Oh.
6 whole hours.
Dang.
Wow.
All right, and then I'm gonna go
Okay.
join the Dampier on scaling the walls instead.
Okay.
And 2 people just
So you're not-
spider climbing.
You're
You're
right.
going to ignore Ben.
How
You
dare
can
you?
talk to Revna, and Revna can talk to me. She can be a telephone.
So, what I want to do is,
Ring.
I just want to smell the city itself.
Dan,
I want to, since. Go ahead.
Okay. Like that area around. Go ahead and roll me a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a perception for that.
Oh, why did it roll so many times? Stop it!
Oh no, here he goes again.
Oh no.
Stop it!
Roll 3 times. Take your favorite result.
87. I'm kidding. I
Is
got
that how we're
a.
doing this?
Oh my god. I got a 14.
Okay, 14. So was that really the most thing that you smell the most is just trying to figure out what you would smell. Possibly more of the moth and more of the plant life that's around here.
Oh, I smell people.
Oh yeah, you don't. Aside from the people that are around you, if that's what you're focused in on, that's all the smells that you get is from the people around you. But as far as like inside, nothing really. Just kind of a dry, maybe mineral heavy smell. Maybe limestone kind of. How would I explain limestone? But yeah, earthy smell, like old mortar.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, what?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, and with other than that, it's like that wild ivy thorn bush that smell. If nobody is allergic to plants in real life, that's what you would get that sharp green aroma, basically.
Yeah,
Other
Yes,
than that,
pollen.
yeah. Other than that, yeah, kind of like maybe rot of things rotting inside. Not necessarily like actual bio things, but like more of like old things.
The old abandoned settlement smell.
So, Ben and Ellis, both y'all here head. This town is bad. There's nobody here.
Hmm.
Oh, we
That's-
can't stay
that's
out
what-
here tonight.
That's what the Raven
What
said.
is
There was
that?
nothing in there, but will you go and check it first to make sure there's no one dead in there?
No, that's the thing. There is nobody in there. I smell nothing.
Well, it's
That's-
easy to hide the smell, so
That'll be
I
a good
wouldn't count on it.
I'm not talking to you, Fiend. I'm talking to whatchamacallit. You can't hear this.
Yeah.
Okay. Can anybody speak to the two that are on the walls or by the walls to go around the whole of the wall to see if there's any breaches apart from that the gate's the only way in? Can they check it? Make sure the state of the wall.
Illith will pass that on.
We'll check it out.
All right.
Aaron will begin checking, and whichever way along the wall Fina isn't going, Aaron will go.
And
I'll
how
take the
big
left
is
side.
this city?
It's not.
I mean, it's
From what you see, it's not a city. What you're seeing is, more
It's not like
of
a
a
small mining
fort.
colony.
Yeah, like a fortification. It's just what you're seeing is walls that are 30 feet tall, and then you see as y'all near, and the people who are climbing the walls, they would have to go through the actual port where the portcullis is, which is that 50-foot like square like entrance in a sense. And when you climb up there and get that near, you would see this moat of water around this fortification. And for y'all two, once you get to the top, you would probably have to go about 20 feet down to get back on the actual, what would you call it, like a rampart, I think, where you walk
Yes.
on the top
Ramparts.
of the wall, which if you can see, it would probably carry about two people side by side where you can walk. And you see all these towers, these watchtowers. And then you see these buildings inside. One large building, at least 40 feet in height. And then it has 4 towers. One large tower is about 70 feet in height. One is 50 feet in height. And then you can also see most of the other buildings are averaging 20 to 15 feet in height, which is another 5 buildings. But let me see. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and put it. I'm assuming y'all going to describe some of this mentally. So I'm going to go ahead and put y'all in here.
Mm.
Let me know if y'all see the map.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
Did you say we're starting off on the eastern
East.
portcullis here?
Yeah, 50-foot height building here on the east. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
This is a fantastic place.
How do we
Where am I
want to
character doing
do
again?
this?
Oh, I hope there's not any tunnels.
How do we want to do this, Fina? You take the wall heading north, I go south. We meet back up on the other side, or
Yeah, I recommend we stay on the outer wall and then peer into the settlement. I doubt there's anything on the outside. From espionage acts, I would definitely know that. I'll say the chapel is a pretty good spot to have a base. Let's see.
why stick with just the chapel when the center of the fortification, the fort itself, is right there?
Is the whole point of an ambush is to be an unlikely spot. So if we go inside, they will block us in, and then they probably have a trap set in there. Either way, I just recommend we survey the outer walls and then just move from the stables onward. Head back towards the group, I guess.
So how far is the main group from the built up area now, DM?
Oh God, he's dead. William?
Buddy?
Oh no, he's
You
dead.
died.
Oh, sorry. I say y'all are at least about 50 60 yards away by the time that they start climbing the walls. So you can see this very detailed as the night is starting to get a little bit more richer. But using the measuring tools, y'all can show me which way Aaron is going and which way Fina is going.
I'd rather go down this way. I
So
think
you're
the
going
bottom
down
of
this
it.
way? Okay, and you're going up
Yeah,
this way.
Aaron will go north then.
Okay.
And we can reconvene right here.
Go ahead and roll me a perception as y'all are just going around, and
I am stealthing it, by the way.
with a 28. Cool.
Yeah. Alright. Can I add my side bolster neck to it?
Trying to think. If that allows it, yes.
It's the one that if he fails, he can roll a d6 to add.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Alright. So I got a 15.
Nice. All right. So as y'all are going around, really is the towers are the only other features that would be noticeable here. As you'll go inside, you can tell that there's slits for arrows and such. From this vantage point, the only thing that you can't see, you can see the roofs of these other buildings, but you can't see the roof of this particular building, the larger one in the middle, the Great Fort. But both of you are passing through here. Fina, you would see another 50-foot tall entrance with another portcullis, and it's almost similar to the one to the east, but that portcullis is closed and it's fully lodged down. And Aaron, you can find that there is a place once you go to the top where you can actually turn and the portcullis will start moving up. If you wish to do that, you just roll me a strength check.
Yeah, just flat strength or strength
you can
saving
do
throw?
the oh my god, what's it called? Not athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, you can do athletics.
Yeah, sure, why not?
What's the athletics for?
Oh, there you go.
To try and raise the portcullis.
Everybody else outside will hear the squeaking and groaning of this portcullis start moving up. So you use your strength to... It kind of does a bit of resistance, maybe a little bit rusty on the metal parts, but you are able to make it squeal and scream a little bit as you turn it. And
Is this the one to the south?
to the east, where y'all.
Oh, the one where we are. That's fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to speak to the villagers, please.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'll ask the villagers if there's any engineers or anybody of those abilities in the group.
I guess I'll relay that message to Revna or Ilith.
I mean, Ilith's beside him, so she'll raise her hand.
Oh, I'm thinking the wrong person.
You would see one of the persons. He walks up. He says, he looks about in his maybe early 50s or so. Has a grayish black beard and seems rather stocky. But he walks and says, "Well, I used to do it back in my younger days. I tried to go to the college in Polaria."
Brilliant. I was wondering if you could take the job of going around checking the portcullises and making sure they're in working order, and if not, try and fix them if you can while we're here.
He looks over toward the buildings as he sees this, like maybe Aaron, the only other silhouette that's right now since Fina's hiding, moving across the buildings, is like, I can certainly do that as long as somebody goes with me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just take go with them.
Yeah, just take someone with you.
And he like nods. Are y'all waiting for Aaron and them to finish scouting?
Or
Yes, we're waiting for them. We're just organising outside while they're doing that.
Okay, excellent. And then, Aaron, as far as you moving around and Fina, everything else, for the most part, you see that this grand building seems to be where everybody used to gather around. You can tell from at least looking at it, with its height at 40 feet, there's at least 3 floors to it. And these towers were the ones that were built to at least protect it even more compared to if anybody was able to breach the outside wall. Everything else around it, I pretty much named it, so you can tell what they are for the most part, especially for you, Aaron, since you were more on the north side. You can tell that that's like a granary right there. But there are some buildings that have some worn tapestries outside of them, but they're already like very torn. Some of them kind of a reddish, bleached color to them. And other than that, for most of these buildings, they seem pretty much intact. They still have a roof. And nothing out of the ordinary. It's just very empty here. Silent, except for whatever wind is blowing and the water that's making its little lapping noises on the walls and earth that's outside. And when you convene on this side, there is actually a door there to the west entrance. But that's another, that is actually a wooden thick door made with many metal trimmings. And that one does seem to be locked and has like a large, thick metal handle that you like would lift up. You would probably have to have a few people to lift it up. But that's what keeps the door shut on the west side. And that's everything that you can see, at least from scaling these walls and walking around them.
We didn't see any hints of rubble on the inside where a wall would have fallen down in on itself or anything like that.
From all these other buildings that you can see the roofs and walls from, no, nothing like that. The only other
And the
one,
wall
like I said,
itself is intact.
Oh yeah. It's 6 foot width of stone, so it's pretty hardy, pretty intact.
I'm guessing that this place was abandoned, maybe,
One
or
more.
hollowed out.
I'll be right back.
It would make sense, considering Talon Alton was only really kept around for their gold mining.
Still, though, a
We're
lot
going
of
through the
investment
Eastgate,
just
right?
threw up and abandoned.
It's really a good base of operations.
Speaking
Renzo?
of which, since there is a chapel of Angoria, I'm pretty sure Persephone, what her name is,
Josephina.
Yes.
Persephina. We could change it to Persephina.
All right. Point is she told me to seek out Angoria. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So I want to tell Illith about the vision of the goddess telling me to seek out Angoria, and also there's a chapel of Angoria here. They're going to ask Illith to ask Bengard about information on her.
Sorry, my headphones cut out. Ask Ben what?
Ask Ben about Angoria and why the goddess Finasaw wanted her to seek her out. Wanted Fina to seek out Angoria.
She will pass that along to Ben mentally.
Okay, I'll have a think about that.
What do you say?
Family called me twice.
I will have a think about that.
Sorry, I had to leave
Are the
really
villagers?
quick,
We
but-
came through the East Gate, correct?
Yeah, the East Gate is what y'all.
Yeah.
That's the one that you're currently at.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a report back from the two that are scouting.
Fina will let y'all know that this place seems cleared out and possibly abandoned or got hollowed out by a vampire attack.
If
But
it was
as far as
vampires, we would have smelled them.
Told you.
well, I'm more or
Weird.
less saying that this place has already been abandoned. I just don't know why it got abandoned.
Well, it looks to do for us for tonight, at least.
Well, Aaron, you want to check out the stables and granary? I'll check out the smithy and the chapel.
Very well. And I will just kind of go like I'm stepping off the wall and lean forward to fall at a 90-degree and walk down the rest of the way.
All right. As y'all are doing this, Charles will walk up over to Ben and says, so what's the situation? Are we safe to enter?
We're waiting for it to be scouted for us to double check to make sure it's safe for the villagers to go in. We don't want to go in there and get attacked.
See Gregory walk up. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty smart idea right there. You don't want to get attacked in the place that we're going to sleep.
Yeah, we're just making sure that it's safe. We're just double checking.
You'd recommend to speed up the searching process that you send in Naboo and someone else to come check out the outer barracks.
I can do that as Ben steps forward and spreads his arms. And as you see parts of the sky blacken, and down come some ravens, a pile of ravens. And they descend on all the towers.
That's a bad way
That's
to do
horrifying.
it. Okay.
We're the heroes, everybody. Ignore the aesthetics.
Fear
We
me,
might
mortal.
not look good.
You see all the villagers just kind of like all the like kids and such are also pointing. Some of the women like hold their children close together, not understanding, and yeah, all of them just kind of make some noises and ooh sounds from the kids. And all right, so you send the birds in to scout the towers and buildings, or?
Yeah, all the buildings. They got on the windowsills and look inside. And I've got some birds that land on my shoulders and things, and I give them information to pass on to the rest of the murder.
All right.
I'll report back what they scout and what they find. Make sure it's all clear.
So, Nobu approaches you, Ben. Wouldn't that have been easy if you did that first?
Well, I just like to make the others feel that they're of worth.
Sure.
I'm trying to live, Ben.
Damn.
I don't care about their worth. I'm trying to live.
Well, Fina's gonna manually check the buildings out and like bust in. So
The birds can't fight. They can.
I ain't gonna fight the birds. I'm just gonna bust into the doors to do a thorough search instead of just peeking into the windowsills.
No,
I was talking to
no,
Naboo.
Yeah, he was saying that y'all can fight and the birds can't fight, but but anyway, you want to hurt that anyway.
In case it was needed.
Aside from that, though, yeah, Aaron and Fina would see all these birds descend upon the buildings and start landing in windows and openings and towers. And well, Fina, as you're going down, Aaron, what were you doing anything else?
Just making my way to the stable from the wall.
Okay. So with the new added eyes, we'll say that just to keep this from a large story of details, I would say, yes, Ben, you would, with the birds and stuff, you would see that there is no other living creature around, no undead, nothing else. Nobody is in this area. The only thing that
like I said from the beginning.
Yeah, the only thing that you would see is maybe the birds on top of the main tower. There is 3 floors of this tower in the middle, and there are some open areas on the top of the roof. But other than that, it's pretty much very stealthy, very hardy and strong. All the walls, yeah, nothing is gonna throw them down unless it's a comet from outer space or something. They're pretty strong walls here. It's a fortification for sure.
Okay. After speaking to the birds and squawking and speaking in bird language, which some people would have heard, I'll tell Naboo it's safe now to put the villagers in. There's nothing in there. It's safe.
And then as I walk by you,
if you can pass it on, Ilith.
got you. As I pass by you and let Lilith know, I'm like, I told you that from the beginning. I just, Lilith, everything is clear.
There's a lot of people relying on us. Better safe than sorry. But she will pass on that the birds cleared some of the buildings.
And you see a wave of relief across all the waiting people, and then they start moving and following whoever is going into the building currently.
Yeah.
Naboo, go ahead
I'll send Naboo first, and I'll stand at the back, and I'll just wave them past me.
Okay. Anybody that has good sense of smell can go ahead and roll me a perception.
I think it's only me.
I think that is only you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even the Dampier's got it. I got a +6.
I got a nat 20, 27.
27.
Goodness.
You would at this point then smell the slight lingering of that odor again.
Is it coming from inside the city?
No. It's from the east again.
Yeah, we need to tell them in Ben's head. I tell them if you don't want no one to die, move them faster.
All right. They all start moving in either way. But as everybody's moving in them and getting them to rush into the Porta Cordis opening there, the stables, you would see some animal pins in there. That's the only one that, once you get closer to that one, Aaron, you can see that maybe the roof on this one is still holding strong. It has some pretty thick beams there. You are able to see slight collapse of the roof, but it's not a large, maybe like in feet, like a couple of feet. But there's plenty of shelter for livestock and riding mounts in here. There are like old feed troughs and rotting hay mounds, so you would smell that for sure. This one, for the most part, nothing else. Definitely no animals in there, but it could probably hold about a dozen animals if you did wish to, or if y'all had mounts or such. Fina, you said, where did you go?
I wanted to go check out the smithy, then I went to check out the chapel.
Okay, so you'll get to the smithy by the time people are starting to come in. So, in the smithy, pretty much just a shard stone forge, an anvil still bolted to the foundation slab of it. All around the wood, you would see rusted tools, maybe some warped tongues hang on rotten racks, coal pin, cracked water barrel that still remains nearby from the cooling of metal that they've been working on. But if reignited, it could be cleaned up and restored, maybe with some help. And then by this time, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm just going to go ahead and paste y'all in here. Just figured everybody eventually is going to go in.
As the last of the villagers come through, Ilith is gonna linger behind towards the gate itself and be like, once we shut this, would you like me to lock it magically?
Sure. I think
I don't think we want locks on all of them, but at least the one to the east where the horde is coming from.
I agree.
Yeah, because we can use the south or the west to escape if we need to.
The gate is open, right? We haven't shut it yet.
Yeah, it's still open.
Okay.
I don't know how far Aaron did it, but if Aaron pulled it all the way up, then it's about 30 feet up.
I only pulled it up enough for everyone and all of the carts to come through.
Oh, okay. We can say about 12 feet. 12 feet up.
Where am I at?
Yeah, you can position wherever
Is
y'all were.
the lever to close it? Is the lever to
Yeah,
close
no.
it down at ground level, or is it up
Yeah,
in
yeah, you can,
inside the structure?
Yeah. You can tell that it's
Okay.
like a clicking lever that like releases a switch, and the portcullis, from what you can tell, is going to come down rather fast.
Okay, she will shut it, and then she will cast Arcane Lock on it, and she will telepathically tell Nobu and Ben and Fina that the password is Sybil.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't see like that character icon.
Let's see. Let me grab you really quick then. You're so stealthy that you can't even see yourself on the map. Let's
Should I
see.
Quickly,
cast See Invisible again?
Invisible again.
Oh god. You see 3
You should
invisible
just start
sheets.
each
No.
session with it on.
Great.
They do have a
See
lot
3
of.
fire giants.
I was
Oh god.
time to
psionically
retire.
connect with Illith to let Vanguard know to meet me inside the Chapel of Angoria.
I
We'll
pass
say
it
that you're
along.
here by the time that the villagers start coming in, and then anybody else can position wherever they want to be.
As the dwarf starts walking away, I like to speak to Thorag and ask him to check the well to make sure that if there's any water there, if it's drinkable, and the actual walls themselves to double check to make sure that they're not going to fall down if attacked. Make sure how sound they are, because it's dark and it's difficult to see.
Yeah, Thorag first is going to the church before looking over and going, "Oh, smithy," and starting to make his way to the smithy before he's intercepted by that. And he gives a little, "Oh, all right, all right."
Yeah, Nobu is going to the smithy.
I'm good with
Yeah,
my hands.
racing
I'm
to
not
the
exactly a
smithy.
well maker, but
As Nobu just rushes past you, going to the smithy.
Oi!
Yeah.
Before fault.
No.
No, I want to see it.
No, it's mine.
No.
No, I want
I
to
lick-
see it first.
I licked it first.
It doesn't matter. After a short discussion of they can share the smithy, Torag does check the well and then inspect the walls.
Okay.
A little more sure that he can inspect the walls to make sure they're in working order rather than the well, which is he basically will draw up a bucket and it's like, is there water? Okay.
So I would let
there would be
I will
water
let-
in the well.
I will let
It doesn't look particularly polluted or anything.
No, not. Yeah, it's like well, I would say maybe from as far as you. Well, you have pretty good sight, so yeah. From what you can tell, it's maybe leaves and whatever other things would have floated in there from the not vegetables, but the plethora of trees and grasses around.
Sure. And also tell Thorag either he's going to check out the well. If he needs any help fixing the walls, let me know.
All right.
And Illith will travel with the engineer to check out the other gates.
Ooh.
Jenna will
As-
be leading Hesta. She's leading Hesta inside. They're kind of just looking. Some of the people you see. Charles, for the most part, leading some of the people, saying, "Well, let's check out the fort. Make sure it's good for everybody else to come in and have some safety for the night at least." And he starts leading some people into the fort. And other than that, yeah. So and let me see. So we're gonna go over to. We'll start with Fina first, and then we'll go around from there. So Fina,
I'll be
you
right back.
arrive at the Chapel of Angoria, where Ben is. What were you doing?
Fina's getting ready to spew a bunch of stuff at Vanguard. So, the vampire thing that was invisible, I think it's part of the same project as me. A sort of vampire and human mixing project that also incorporated other creatures into the mix, like why I'm so psionically gifted.
As he says that, I would like to use a special ability. I would like to
What's
check
that?
to see if he's undead.
I'm not undead.
Okay.
Yeah, if you use a special ability to check for that, yeah, it's not.
Okay, so I'm safe then. He's not going to take me in there and bite me neck.
I can't transform you.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah, that remains to be.
I was going to beat someone's head for crying out loud.
All right. So the point is that's why the vampire thing could handle the daylight very well. What I'm guessing is that since I was a prototype, that was the final product. That does mean that the research station probably survived my outbreak. So
Right.
there may be a lot more of those things.
Now, are the villagers safe from you? That's what the question I want to answer.
Well, if the gods help me, they should be.
That's not very comforting, is it?
Well, you're the cleric who relies on their powers, so who knows?
Exactly. Well, what have we got here then? What chapel is this? Can I find out which god this is?
Angoria.
Yeah, the as you are looking at it, you would see as near the chapel. Though it's covered in wines. Oh my god, I can't talk. Covered in vines. You would see a weathered statue of Angoria standing guard out in front, and this.
I'll rack my brain to see what I know about Angoria, the god.
If you follow Persephina, you would know that Persephina created Angoria. She created Elandra and Leolandra. And Angoria is the goddess of good war. Very direct and one of the more, I guess, less lenient gods for certain things, but she is the goddess of good war. And usually her opposing god is Sargagonus, the god of evil war.
Okay, I'll pass this on to Fina. I'll just tell her that.
Goddess of War, not really a spies type, but hopefully she'll help in some capacity. You can't have war without subterfuge, after all.
Well, that's true. I was hoping you were going to pray to a god of behaving yourself, but I don't think that one exists.
Well, it's just any consideration. At least I'm not like my brood was.
No, but I do think
I know
you
that
should
word.
from time to time and wash your clothes.
And
because some of the villagers are beginning to sort of pick up on some stench.
And while y'all were talking, are y'all doing this outside or inside the chapel?
I want to head inside.
Yeah, we'll go inside while we talk as well. Walk inside and talk at the same time.
Inside is also a stone altar. It's cracked but unbroken. You would see faded carvings depicting warriors holding back monsters, monstrous armies, and you can see that with this altar that's cracked, it could be also cleansed and basically made anew if y'all wanted to as well. But for the most part, everything in here is pretty dusty and vines everywhere from dirt. The floor used to be fine, but eventually nature itself started cracking through the floors, and you see these vines trying to make root in here. But other than that, nothing else.
Do I get any sense that there is still some kind of a spiritual aura with this building, or has it all left? Like the god has left the building.
Roll me a perception. Let's see how good that roll is. Good lord, 22.
Well, we are talking about a lord.
So I would say that you don't get a sense of emptiness in here. but you can't sense at least a spirit either. So to answer the question, it seems like kind of a limbo thing. You're not quite sure, but you definitely don't sense an emptiness from it.
Yeah,
You know what?
this church building has got a very light sense to it. It's not been used for some time.
Well, using the artwork on the altar about the warriors fighting the monsters, Fina would like to take to prick her finger, and she's going to draw a little fang with the warriors. And what she's trying to do is represent her intentions, which she wants to join the warriors to fight the monsters. Even if she is one herself, she can devour the monsters, gain favor with the warriors, to keep a cycle of beneficiary relationships.
All right. So let's go ahead while you're doing that. You do that, and we're gonna go. I'm using the fort for who goes next. So we're gonna go with Illith. What are you doing, Illith?
She was traveling with the engineer that spoke up earlier to each gate to make sure it's functioning properly and doesn't need to be lowered or locked or anything.
Excellent.
Make sure they're not broken.
As you are traveling with him, Tolan just looks over and stuff and just stares at you
It's expected.
and says, "I don't think I've ever met a creature like you before. Yeah, of course, I've never traveled the lands very much. I was trying to be an engineer. I was learning from the dwarves, but I don't know, I just couldn't take to it, though they told me I was pretty good at it. What are you?"
Well, I get that question quite a lot. I'm something called a Saurian, but I'm not from anywhere around here. I'm not surprised you haven't seen any others. But you're never too old to learn. Maybe you could go back. Look at me, I'm 200 something. Hold on, let me see how old she is exactly. She probably doesn't even remember. I'm 250.
He says, "Oh, well, I'm just a regular old human, not an elf, you know, and I'm already in my 50s, so I don't know if I can go back to school." But and he like shakes the portcullis, looks at it. "This one seems pretty sturdy, pretty locked in. I think we're pretty safe here." And he makes it out to the one to the east as he's talking to you. "But you know, maybe one of these days, it'd be nice to go back to Polaria and check on the grandkids, you know."
How many do you have?
"Oh, I think about 20.
She's going to look shocked because holy crap, that's a lot. That's quite the number. You must be proud.
Says, oh yeah, old Agatha, you know, we really shook up the bed a couple of times, you know. They used to call us the rabbits."
I can see why they call you that.
You
And
know,
her voice is going to kind of squeak as she says that.
My sons, though, they kind of took after their father. Kind of gives you an elbow on the side.
She does not understand what he's implying at all. She looks confused.
He just keeps checking the door, knocks on it, looks over, says, "Ooh, this is a very heavy bar right here. Take a lot of people to lift this one. Pure metal right here. They must have had some strong people back in the day. I hear old lore about the nomads used to take up residence here. Used to use this fort a long time ago, but it's been years since anybody's used it anymore."
Why did they abandon it?
"Well, you know, progression, new age. Seems that time just keeps flying by and new technologies are being built and people just want to go to different places. So eventually, when everything's settled down here in Polaria and of course the Kingdom of Green, which we are in currently, they decided to make peace offerings and Though we still have traveling cities, all of the Talon grasslands have nothing but traveling cities. That's why you don't see very many people settled down here. We only have like what, Talonolton and a couple of other small towns that if you travel toward the Green Kingdom there, you would see, but you'd probably run into a large number of nomads every now and then. Those are the cities that are pretty interesting to just travel all year long. Sometimes following these buffaloes, sometimes just settling down for a couple of years and then moving along.
I understand the love of travel, but it's a shame. This place is beautiful, and she'll reach over and pat the stone wall beside her.
Well, I guess it used to be beautiful, but at the same time, it was used for war. Luckily, with all the kingdoms coming into a peaceful era, nobody does war anymore, so I guess there's no use for it anymore, right? Except for maybe us tonight. Or hopefully we don't stay here too
I was
long.
about to say. Yes, but I was about to say, hopefully it'll hold up its end of the bargain and keep us safe tonight.
It says, well, all the doors, everything seems to be in working condition. I mean, this one is just pretty mechanical, pretty simple, really. I mean, if you wanted to open it, I guess you could have I've seen your friend over there, not the slithering one. He could probably just do it by himself, huh?
He's pretty strong. She'll also be examining the mechanisms as well to make sure they will open if they need to, but they won't be easy to open from the outside.
Oh, okay. You can roll me
But
a.
as long as everything.
That's a good one. Where does stuff fall under? You can roll me a survival, usually for building stuff, but I don't think anything else I can think of. Yeah, you go ahead and roll me a d20.
I got a 15.
15? Either way, yeah, you would be able to tell. For sure, this one is pretty simple. The other one, similar to the portcullis that was to the east, would work fine from what you can tell with the chains and everything that would be rolling up from the top hinges, pulleys. So everything is pretty good. He seems to know what he's talking about.
She will give a satisfied snort and say, well, if everything's in order here, we should probably go help everybody get settled in. They're probably hungry and tired from all that traveling.
As you are doing that, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Oh boy. Does he count as an ally?
Yeah, I would assume, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before it rolled with advantage. Oh, good. I'm gonna add a flash of genius to that. I don't like that.
So that would make it...
So, 16.
16? All right. So with a 16... You would probably, for the most part, hear a little bit of water stirring, like if something like kind of went boop into the water, but that's all you hear.
Can I see the water?
No, everything is pretty closed off in here. The only way you could see it is like there's like maybe every 10 feet there's little like holes, like arrow slits on the wall. They're pretty thick, but they kind of just show straight out further. They don't really give you an angle to see toward the water.
She will ask Fina if they saw anything outside of the walls while they were looking at it, because she just heard what sounded like something falling into the moat.
We didn't notice anything at the time. Doesn't mean things could change.
I didn't see anything either.
And we do have a Ghoul army approaching. It would be a common tactic to send scouts like they did last time.
Did the
But
Ravens
this
notice
is,
anything? Perched on all the towers. Did they notice anything?
Oh, ravens. Are
Yeah,
you
they're
able
on
to,
all the
are
sides
you
of the
able to
buildings.
hear Illith? For you, if yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, was that? Yeah, they probably wouldn't raise any concern to that. It's just to them it'd probably be something that's like just water plopping. I don't know if they would raise concern for that.
No.
Yep.
It's if somebody was trying to swim them out or something.
Yeah, if something like that bigger, then yeah, that would give notice to you. This one is a
Oh,
little
so this was
small.
just like a little, like maybe like a rock fell in or something.
Well, you did hear something, but yeah, it could be something like a rock or yeah, because it's not like it wasn't like a big thing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Rocks don't move on their own, though.
A little alarming, but she will at least let everyone know that she heard something slightly suspicious as she starts leading this guy away from the moat or from the Cullis Gate.
Yeah, he'll just continue telling you escapades of him and Agatha and their children. As we will.
Illith can't blush, I don't think, but
He defies the laws of nature and begins blushing.
Everyone, I have a wonderful
You made a
discovery.
dinosaur
There are
blush.
roaming rocks
Congrats.
here.
And then going down the line clockwise, we'll go ahead and go with you and. Okay, so you both were in the smithy first, so I guess we'll do that first between Thorag and Naboo. Were you, or did you follow Naboo into the smithy first before you came out here, Thorag?
It was a quite a quick and quiet discussion, more or less, of like, no, we share the smithy, okay? And then
No, we never
Thorag
agreed to
went check
anything.
on the well.
Okay.
He never agreed or disagreed. He just looked at him and then he left.
play nice.
There was a discussion and then no outcome as of yet.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and have you roll me a perception.
Okay. Ew, very good. Oh. Oh no. Wait, I have dwarf nonsense. Am I good at this? Come on, dwarf.
30. You're not within
Dwarves
30
Dwarves are
feet
good
of
at
me anyway.
stonework.
It's a
Really
part of my
minor at it.
backstory.
Well, this one deals more with where you're currently located. If y'all were, this is technically where Ben and them are in, but the front is technically where Thorag is currently. You would see the statue of Engoria. And for you, you are able to sense a little bit more than Ben. For some unknown reason, you sense that the statue itself also has some sort of lingering sense to it as you are passing by. But other than that, that's all you sense from it. What else would you be doing currently?
I have basically made my way all the way around the walls, basically looking for flaws or anything of concern, more or less. Weak parts of the walls, that kind of thing.
As you are inspecting this definitely is local stone that you can at least gather from the information. And not without even having to roll for this, you can tell just from sight that this is a very strong fortification. These stones were meant for war or holding off a siege or something for quite a time. They are old, maybe over 1,000 from what you can tell. So this fort has been around for quite some time. And you can see also scratched and painted into the walls, not painted, but painted through time, where there has been marks of swords and edges that were able to actually break through a little bit and leave a little bit of a scuffle. Kind of slight edge to the wall where people were attacked, and maybe even very, very old bloodstains. that haven't been washed away from weather, that are very close to the ground in the corners. And other than that, though, because of all this that you can tell that it's been through, it's held up. Even against the erosion of wind and weather, it's still standing for all these years. So very, very strong fortification from what you can tell.
Orf breathes a sigh of relief.
How do we not know that if ghouls can just climb the walls?
Oh, they totally might be able to. But I'd much rather have a walled settlement than being out in the middle of the fucking field.
Truth.
Yeah, because at least the wall will give, even if it doesn't stop them getting in, it delays them.
And then
It buys time.
Yeah,
Every little bit
doesn't mean
helps.
we're trapped.
anything else that you would want to do?
I guess after doing the quick assessment of the walls, giving a curt nod as he reaches where he began, he'll head over to the chapel to set up a small shrine to his dwarf god, because he figures, house of god of one god can, so long as they don't dislike his god, it should be okay to put a little shrine in like the corner or something.
Excellent. Yeah, you'll step in and you would see Ben and Fina in there, and you would see a shrine, cracked shrine of Angoria as well in there that has a little bit of moth and such. Possibly needs to be inside the church.
Hello,
So
Thorax.
to basically appease the god and kind of allow putting his own shrine in there, he'll do his best to repair the shrine and then basically set up a little shrine to God, I've forgotten my god's name. Oh, that's not good.
It's almost a similar
I've
name to
lost my
yours.
blessing.
Thragos.
My blessing is gone. Thragos. There it is. Thragos.
The Oh wait, did I miss something here? Let me see.
Mm.
1 second. You were pretty close to the walls.
Hey.
That's Well, that's. Would you see that?
I was
Roll
specifically
me a,
looking at.
roll me
Okay.
a perception.
Oh yes, this will go wonderfully.
Did you have anything that what do you have with stone? Does that give you any kind of advantage or bonus or anything for your?
Sillily enough, the ability actually gives me tremor sense. It's stone action. I can gain tremor sense of 60 feet for 10 minutes, but by touching natural or worked stone, I guess I'd use it. Might as well.
But it doesn't give you, as far as perception or anything, any bonuses to that.
I can sense the stone, so I can.
Oh, I see. Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I can kind of. It's like a, what is it? You know the worms in Dune, how they're supposed to like feel vibrations and all that.
Yeah.
That's what tremor sense more or less is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good, an average roll.
Yippee!
Yay!
If you were doing this, then I would say, I guess within the walls, you could. They're not with the vibrations.
I mean, the towers too. They're part of the walls, but
I would say, if you were looking that close with a 15, you would see something along the north wall.
all right, returning to the north wall.
Very faintly, they glow faintly, and it seems to be with old warding runes from what you can read from them. Because you are dwarfs, so dwarfs are a little bit older too, so they've been around for cultures. But yeah, they're long faded, but yeah, that's what you can see. Just pretty much just dim light, faded. Wouldn't barely be seen even by daylight. In daylight, you would never notice them. But here they're very, very faint, and you just barely got a glimpse of them all along the northern walls. But that's what you would have seen, and and now that you're going in the church, it's up to you. You have it in your mind, and then in the church, you said you were going to start cleansing. You said cleaning.
I was going to cleanse, do what I could with repair, bring out my smithy tools, fix up the little shrine of Angora, and then put a small, very basic, very modest shrine of Thragos in the corner. And then I would go back to that spot of the runes, ritual cast detect magic, and see if I could glean anything else off the runes.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop at where you're doing
Yep.
cleaning the church, and then we're gonna jump to Naboo really quick.
By all means.
All right, Naboo, what are you doing?
I want to check out the smithy and how well and like how they're doing.
Pretty much the same description that I gave. It has the like I said, the rusted tools, the warped tongues, a coal bin, cracked water barrel nearby. But if you would, if you were thinking about reigniting it and cleaning it, it would be, you could probably get it restored if you had some help. Otherwise, it would probably take most of the night. But if you have some people helping you, some hands, you could probably get it within a couple of hours, an hour or so.
So what I want to do is kind of look at it and judge if I want help, or do I want to just go this alone. And then I want to start slithering over here. Oh, I saw the dwarf go. And is he's in here?
Yeah, he's working on the shrine of Angoria currently.
So all I'm going to do is come up behind him and say, "I need you," and I'm going to pick him up.
Oh my god!
And go this way.
I guess that's
So Reaper.
You're gonna let that happen.
Oh,
I pictured him just like stiff as a board, and you pick him up sideways and just haul him under your arm.
Hold him like a suitcase.
Rude.
Reaper, you there?
By the beard.
Yeah, I'm there.
I heard you hear what I said.
You sound thrilled.
Wait, did you pick me up while I'm fixing a shrine?
I did.
Your god can wait. Forging
You
time.
blasphemous! You blasphemous snake! Let go of me! No, I swear to my god! Greg is very upset. He is taken from his god's the shrine he was making to his god.
Thorag,
down.
roll me a either perception or let me see. 1 second. Oh my God.
Hold on, I
There
need
you
to roll will to resist the urge to try to beat up
go.
my comrade.
Either insight or
Try it.
perception.
All right, I'm trying to escape your grasp.
Oh.
I am not
Good
feeling.
luck.
Yeah, I know, right? Yay, mod. Why do I have such mediocre rolls?
I mean, that's pretty.
Hey,
That's
I feel
good.
you.
He's putting a good effort, but Nobu is
Yeah.
Nobu.
Like that's
I have
good.
my Warhammer!
That's
Oh.
good. Rolls a 30.
Nobu, if I have my Warhammer, I swear to the god!
Oh, I just snorted so hard it hurt.
Like, that was a good roll. I congratulate you.
I could have won if you rolled a 5.
That's good. Rolls 57.
Um,
I rolled a 45, and I haven't added my modifiers yet.
This is-
But good roll.
okay, if you're doing something, DM, go ahead and I'll.
yeah,
throw it
go
over
ahead
there.
and roll me an insight or perception. As also Ben and Fina watching this unfold, I guess. As you are inside.
So perception or insight? Good. I'm good at both of those. Let me just.
Which one's higher, perception or insight? Oh, they're both the same.
Cool.
I
I can roll above an 11. Yay!
Oh, this one is only for Tharag.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So Thorag, as you were cleaning and working on Angoria's shrine there, you did feel some sort of divine energy as suddenly you were whipped away from it. So, and that's all you remember right now is you were being carried.
And then, so like you're fighting me, and I just set you down, like straight plank style. Just set you down. I need help. Are you busy?
He was busy, yes.
I suppose not.
Cool. Will you help me fix this place? And I start working on getting things organized.
You drag me away from repairing a divine shrine to a god to fix up the smithy.
Actually, if you were busy, you said no.
That was after you put me down.
Then why did you say you wanted to stay?
I told
weird.
you to put me down.
I don't believe you, and I start working.
Thorak just stands there, fuming for a moment, and leaves and goes back to fix the shrine.
He does. That's totally fine. Oh shit! Swallowed. Wrong.
That's so funny.
Oh, he's back. What happened?
Nobu wanted me to fix the smithy. I will get to it after fixing this house of a god.
Once you fix the house of the god, if you can come and have a chat with me, please.
All right. So
Thorak just gives this like look of like, really, really? Why does everyone need the dwarf today? He brings out the keg and pours himself a drink.
All right.
Understandable.
So finishing
But
up with Mr. Naboo, is there anything else you're gonna do?
So I want to get things done. If anybody needs Nobu, he's there to help. But I'm using I have mending and all that stuff, so I can do my best to start working on this.
Good. All right. Awesome. Well, then in that case, for now, just go ahead and roll me a survival. And then we're going to
Gotcha.
jump to Aaron.
Okay. Actually, one more thing maybe
go
before we jump to Aaron. Let me see if I can do this. If this will go away. Thank you. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't. So what I'm just gonna. You said roll survival.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that get a roll of 2? 9.
9. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to take you a little bit to start working on everything. So it's taking you a little longer. So we're going to leave you at that while you're working and trying to get things cleaned up and all that in there. And then we're going to jump to Aaron really quick. What would Aaron be doing?
Aaron moved over to the granary as soon as he saw that these stables were safe for animals to be in, and relayed that to whoever's listening through Fina's psychic connection.
Okay.
What we're doing? Pay attention.
Just using you to relay information.
Which is
The stables are safe for the animals.
okay, cool. I'll relay that to everyone.
And then
For now.
for now. So as you walk over to the granary, you're walking in. There's a door, double door, thick wood door that you can open. And once you do that and enter, you are greeted with rotten smell, but more not meat smell, but more like grains and maybe, what do you call it, like other sort of just musty smell as well. You could probably associate that with mice That's mice smell. I don't know if anybody else has ever like walked into somewhere like that and you can just smell it. But
Yeah.
and
Wish
you hear
I
some
had.
squeaks and you hear some movement and you see these little like mice just scurry about and disappear. But other than that, you do see what is rotten grain sacks. You see crates, broken barrels in here. You can tell that this has not been used for some time. And though it could have been used for, well, it is used for long-term food storage. Yeah, they just left whatever seeds, nuts, and such. What seems to be many, many years ago by this time. Signs of animal nests, and of course the lurking rats and mice that you saw. But definitely can serve still if it's cleaned up or things moved around. You can definitely use it for a temporary supply depot and stuff if people were to want to do that for anything large scale.
I will relay that it's still usable through to Fina to hopefully relay to everyone through her information network. And then also ask if anyone wants to come and help me look for any signs of life that aren't like mice and other small animals.
Nope. Well, related to
Sure.
everyone, but I'm not joining.
Illith has nothing to do right now. She will.
And I'll just begin searching for anything that any signs of life that isn't small animals.
Alrighty. And just for what would Yonsei be doing? Since you usually control him. Mr.
Yeah,
Nobu.
Nobu.
Oh, did we lose Nabu?
Sorry, yeah, you did lose me for a second, but I'm here now.
What would Yonsei be doing? Just lurking around?
Oh shit. Yancey is going to try his best to see if he can secure any food. See if there's anything like, in the village. If not, he's going to like be up on the tops and see if he can see any like deer and stuff like that, and see if he can shoot them with his bow from a distance and figure out how we're gonna get them without dying.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this under you. Save changes. And you can move him wherever you think you would want him to be then. And I'm going to put this under you for the Drake as well. So you should be able to move the Drake and Yonsei.
Bet. So what he is going to do...
Oh my god, he disappeared into the crowd.
Oh shit, he did. Ah! There you go. He is going to... Why did it go that far? There you go. Okay, that's better. He is going to probably climb over here, like go up here. However he can get up there and just look at it. Well, first, he's gonna look around, see if there's any stable and edible food that's anywhere around here.
Unfortunately, the granary would have been the closest, but yeah, moldy, gone.
Gotcha.
No good.
So, actually, let me see his kit right quick. So, yeah, nothing for that. Okay, so yeah, he is going to... Oh shit, I lost him in the crowd again. He's going to come up here and pretty much walk around the walls himself to see if there's any food or anything. We'll see if he can find any like deer, rabbit, foxes, anything that he can just snipe with his bow.
I would say you can go ahead and roll me a perception or survival, one or the other.
See which one he's better at. Fucking survival.
Is he human?
No,
What is he?
he is an asthma.
Oh, they have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Can't see anything further out. Seems to be no animals currently. Maybe a squirrel going up, gaining the rest of its hunt of nuts or whatever. But maybe a rabbit way far off in the distance. But currently nothing bigger than these like scary little animals.
Got you.
In the water, though, he would be able to see. He can't tell because the water is pretty much covering, but he sees like some fin, and then it disappears into the water.
Huh. And then he relays to everybody and says, I think there's fish inside the moat around the place. Anybody got like a fishing? Anybody got a fishing bow?
I would say that this
A
fin,
fishing bow.
definitely looked a little bit larger than a normal fish, though. I will say that.
Big ass fish, he said.
It's probably just beasts of the moat that when you try to cross, they would try and eat you.
While everybody's figuring this out, everybody roll me a perception.
Oh dear.
Eyes or smell?
Both.
Ooh, I have advantage. Ooh, thank God, because I'm in that one.
Good lord.
Oh God. I'll just say
I'd
it's
love
the
to
roll.
rotting grain.
But it doesn't
wait.
seem to want me to.
I'm gonna use my psychic knack right quick.
There it goes. 18.
So you got an 18. Fina altogether.
I got a
you
19.
You got a 19.
Yep.
Ben. Oh my god. Birds do help. And Yancey got a 15. So, while Yancey was looking at the water, I'd say, Ben, for you, because you have birds. Let me check something really quick. I need to know what time of the moon it is. The moon.
The
Yeah,
moon!
ravens have good vision at night.
The moon!
We will steal the moon.
Alright, y'all are. Oh my god, where'd y'all go? Y'all disappeared.
Quick, cast see invisible.
Oh boy.
I know I moved y'all into.
What?
Maybe I did not. Let's go
So can we
back.
put the 200 villagers inside the fort?
Let's go back.
Get them in there.
Here. Oh, there's where you are. No, over here. So you're on Femday.
I heard Femboy Day. What happened?
What? No, I say Femday.
I
Is
that
made
the
a
kind of
whole
stream
day.
we're having now?
Sorry.
There's a day.
I'll take a fanboy any day.
Oh, me
There's
too.
a day dedicated to the women of Solare. But
Is that
Fanboy
right?
day.
which would be Thursday in our world, but anyway, that would be making. So Arya is in waxing right now, so she would provide pretty good light. So yes, kind of. You have Lunius is like a little small thumbnail light that's in the sky, but right now you do see Arya, the smaller moon, but she's almost completely full. She only has like a little thumbnail of a darkness, so you would be getting enough light. So Ben, you would see off in the distance silhouettes from the east and also seems to be with the birds. You can tell that they're kind of spreading about, and it's quite large of silhouettes, maybe 300 or more.
So they're approaching, are they?
Yes, and whoever had an 18 and above could
An
start
19.
smelling an odor. I would guess that Naboo's inside the smithy and smelling all the metal stuff right now, so he's not really picking
Okay.
up on that.
I'll tell everybody to get into the fort now. If you
I
can
can
pass that
smell
along.
them.
Yeah, I'll pass that along.
Illith will tell Aaron that the horde's approaching and we need to get in cover.
Very well.
Is there anything from the altar that seems religious-like?
Honestly, we should have set up defensive shit, but we never did. Oh no.
No.
I mean, we checked the doors. One of them's locked magically. We did what we could in the little time we had, kind of.
The eastern gate is locked magically.
Let me see here. So
Going to
you said what'd you ask about the chapel?
If there's any sort of like necklace or religious symbol that Fina could like pick up that would represent Angoria.
No. There's like everything's pretty much abandoned. Anything that was like loose, it was taken. The only thing is the shrine that you were still working on that one, right, Thragos? Or...
I
I
was
guess.
expecting mending on it.
I wasn't sure if you were, because you said you went back and you were gonna work on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mending and utilizing an actual toolkit.
Okay. So while this is happening, what did you roll? So for Thorag, as you are mending this and finally get the shrine of Angoria back to its pristine look, at least the best that you can, you would feel a divine energy radiate from it, almost like a pulsing, and because of such, you would sense some sort of power emanate from it, but you're not quite sure what it's doing.
Can Fina touch it?
Sure. She can do it.
Samorag will like kind of look away for a moment as Fina's like reaching towards the shrine and is going, now since you are interested in religion, now it's important to be respectful of shrines and to not, as Fina's like just manhandling the shrine, he turns and looks at Fina, just like like eyes bulge slightly.
She ain't manhandling it, she's just touching it.
Yeah, it's like petting or stroking it, and the door's like, what are you doing?
I mean, she already rubbed her blood on it a little bit with her crude finger painting art.
Thorag is having a day.
Right, picks up his mug of drink again and takes another long gulp.
Yeah, Fina
Fina
thought like maybe a minor blood.
Wait, you put blood on the wall carvings, or do you put blood on the actual shrine?
I put blood on the shrine.
Oh, you put it on the shrine.
I thought it was on the wall carving. I thought it was on the carvings of the warriors.
Yeah, the carvings of the warriors were the ones that were more on the wall. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it was on the wall then.
Yeah. The shrine itself was just like covered with moss and cracked and such, and just besmirched.
Thorag is going to...
But if you're just...
Thorag is going to have to clean all that up, thank you.
But as you're touching it, you don't feel anything.
Now dang. Alright. Thorag, you notice anything about that statue real quick?
It has a bit of a divine presence. This is the house of a god.
If this thing's supposed to be a power source, is the statue a golem?
I'm not
Can I
sure.
pick up the shrine with telekinesis?
What?
You pick up the shrine. Okay.
But
Excuse me?
Can I?
What?
Well, I mean, you can pick up
Shrine
1,000 pounds,
down.
so
What?
I'm stealing the house of worship.
Cease!
My
No.
thought process is connecting the power source with the statue and see if something happens.
If
How far
Thorag
do you- how
punches
far do you
Fina,
lift
I
the-
understand.
how far do you lift the statue?
I despise this rationale of destructive research.
Well, Chaos is winning, and this is what makes sense in her mind, so she's going to
Oh,
combine
God.
the two objects.
So how far do you lift it?
I mean, not that far. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible.
I mean, you can lift it off the ground. It's not gonna. Yeah, it's just a shrine, so it's pretty easy. It doesn't. It does. Since it's a shrine, it's not like a large like statue of any sorts. It's gonna weigh more than 1,000 pounds. So.
Right, so when I pick it up and move it, does it lose its power?
No. Well, you wouldn't know, but you don't sense anything. Thorag, you're still sensing some energy coming from it. Divine sense.
Since Thorag is without a handy dandy like no made spritzer bottle thing, he's going to dip his fingers into his mug of alcohol and flick it at Fina like, no, that put it down, put it down.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's going to be fine.
It's not doing anything. Put it down.
I'm just going to bring it close.
You
I'm
just-
bringing it closer to the statue.
Thor puts down the mug and it goes for his warhammer.
Thorag, now's not
Ooh.
the time.
Put the shrine of a god back down.
Yeah, a god I'm trying to work for. Let me see if this works. I'll put it back after.
What do you mean? What are you even trying?
I'm trying to activate the statue to see if it does anything.
Then let us look at the statue. Put the shrine down.
I'll put it at the door. And then I'll go look at the statue.
Okay. So you're looking at the statue of Angoria outside now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So no, the statue outside is not doing anything. It's just a normal statue representing Angoria.
I can check to make sure it's not a golem, right? Or just like do a basic.
Oh yeah. You can check and.
I
mean,
imagine
you're a
as a
dwarf.
dwarf, I've seen enough
Yeah,
like
this
golems
is
in workshops and
just-
what have you.
Yeah,
Does this have any? It is a solid statue, correct?
You can tell it's from human stonework. Solid
Nah.
statue. Nothing.
Only while you're
special
looking
from
at it.
Just the representation of Angoria. The shrine is the only one that would probably be a little bit more detailed because it's a shrine.
Yes.
But Angoria is like a barbarian-looking female. She has more of a muscular build, athletic build, long hair. It's all gray, of course, here. But she usually only wears like the loincloth, bare-chested. That's the barbarian look of the war goddess. Kind of like what you would see in Greek and statues and such, and all those statues of the past.
The dwarf holds his tongue about something about armor, full proper armor, something, and he goes back to seeing to it that the statue is a statue. It can't move. It just has some divine power radiating from it. Because this is a house of worship.
At least the shrine
What was
does. The statue outside doesn't. But yeah.
Oh, I thought it had a little bit.
Yeah, the shrine. The shrine. What you felt was an aura emanating from this general area. In that sense.
Oh, from the general area, turns out it's from the shrine itself.
Yeah,
Got it.
because it was like the whole, like the statue, the building is what you felt it emanating from, but the actual. Now that you're closer, it's mainly the shrine. Speaking of which, yeah, you would would definitely feel more. If you stepped outside, you would feel something on the walls now as well of the of this fort.
Thorag would to quickly check on it. He would go back into the shrine, kind of do a quick, respectable prayer at the shrine of like, thank you for accepting. Please accept these people into the walls of your settlement. Please accept a small shrine of Thragos in your house of worship. Yada yada. Good. Please don't be angry, goddess. I am a good man. I am good cleric of another god, respectable man. And then look to Fina and go, something's going on with the walls. I'm going to be right back.
As you were
Okay.
doing this, so while that time was passing, and everybody was smelling whoever could smell the death thing. What was everybody else doing? Some of the villagers are still outside. Some of them went in with Charles and them to investigate the inner fort here. But yeah, the majority of the people are still outside.
I'm not asking everybody to go inside the fort, into the fortress. Everybody get out of the courtyards.
And so you're asking them to get in there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll start filing in, getting in there. It's a pretty large opening anyway. At least you can fit at least 2 people side by
Get
side.
inside and be
2,
quiet.
3 people side by side.
Aaron spider climbs his way on top of the fort.
Awesome. And let's see here.
I will message Illith and say the ghouls are here. Everybody get inside the fortress.
And then as you are getting into the fortress, Charles and them were already investigating. Anybody who's going to enter the fortress, let me see something really quick.
Yeah, I'm going to the tower where my character is. The top of the tower.
Yancey's going into.
Okay.
Nobu will follow Fina.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Not Fina, shit, Illa.
this is my hiding spot.
Illith is going to climb the tallest tower in the fort
Okay.
I will help her.
and cast her artificial mind so that it is posted as high as she can get it above the fort, so that when she looks through its eyes, she can try to get a look at the surroundings. And then she'll go back down in.
Okay. How far up can she do it? Like how many feet?
She can cast it 60 feet.
Good gosh. Okay. That's a good.
And then it can exist 300, I think 300 feet from her. So she can leave it once she posts it up there. Let me double check that though.
Cool.
Maybe 130 feet.
Yeah, so as you were doing that, for the most part, yeah, as y'all enter in there, you can see that in the center of the first floor is an immense stone brazier, probably kept for keeping everything warm. It's surrounded by heavy benches, worn tapestries, shredded and clinging to the walls. They do show ancient scenes of horse riders under the Angorian banners, and peaceful gatherings under starry skies, or at least from what you can tell, what remains. So to the left and the right, y'all would actually find massive wooden doors, and these doors would lead into armories, storerooms, and barracks. Many of them have already been looted, but there are what's left to be like arrows and bows, maybe some spears, quite a bit of hand axes, but all the towers have pretty much just heavy stone stairwell spirals that lead up to the top of the floors if you follow them all the way up. And the air in here is pretty much just smells faintly of ash and old iron, but those are the most predominant things that you would see. And of course, since this is the inside, it is 3 floors. From the second floor, you can tell that it's living quarters and watch posts, because they do have opened like window areas. From if anybody is looking around, and at least people, and whatever Charles reports back is like, the eastern wing held like the captain's quarters, maps, rooms, officers' bunks. Western wing was a little bit smaller, cramped for soldiers, dormitories and latrines and storerooms. But it also has arrow slits. And the third floor, what you can tell is where there was a bell tower and roof battlements. This is the one that's where the roof is actually a little bit broken, some rubble in it. That's the one that you can see that has battlement walls that run along the outside, but they're on the edges that are chipped and worn. And the largest, or the second largest, is the one that holds this 50 foot. Underneath the roof of it is a bell tower. And then
Okay.
I guess Illis, you would have gone to the 70-foot one, I suppose, and that's the the tallest viewpoint in this entire area. If you want to, you can also go ahead and roll me a perception.
Okay.
I'm up there with her because I wanted to make sure she got up there safe.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. 16.
16.
You need me to roll?
For perception, this would be eyesight. You can as well.
My nose is better, but my eyes are okay. Oh, almost a fucking 16. 13.
13. And then Illis, you could actually roll with an advantage if you're using the what was it called? The mind thing? Sorry.
I already did roll with advantage. Do you want
okay.
me to roll it again?
Oh, no. Cool. Didn't know.
Okay.
With the 16...
Yeah, if an ally's within 30 feet, I get advantage.
Excellent. So, with that being said, you are able to also see the outskirts as these things, whatever they are getting closer. But you can see what Ben was seeing now. Definitely a large group of humanoid creatures, still silhouette against the night sky, but they seem to be surrounding the Hearthstone fort here. And I would say by this time, because the wind it's a pretty good breeze, people would start to smell that stench of the ghouls, that stench of rotten, odorous smell of death.
Don't know if I prefer this smell or the rotting grain.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
I just got a crazy idea about something.
So I tell in Ben's head, so we're all just gonna be bunked in here while they surround the whole place, or what?
Well, there's weapons and things in here, so we need to arm the villagers first. The actual crows are watching out at the moment. We're hoping that the ghouls are going to pass by, but they may not. We'll have to see what they do first. We don't want villagers standing on the walls at the moment, being actually teasing the ghouls.
So, considering that, if Ben were to walk around into these armories and such, and depending what the group wants to do, and if they will arm the villagers,
I'll go with him and start tossing out weapons.
You have enough to have 8 archers, 10 shield bearers, 10 axe hands. If anybody wants to use torches for weapons, they have about 6 people who can use torches. And with the other remaining weapons, hand axes, basically you can have 6 reserves if you wish.
Brilliant.
Alright, so we're doing this. So, yeah, I start giving anybody and everybody. I even give a fucking child a shield. I give everybody just a weapon of sort that I can.
Child. They're just going to look at it confused. I would say whoever is wanting to get them together with Charles, there are far more children and women in the village. There's 200 villagers that you have here. Unfortunately, all of them are not apt to do battle. Out of all of them, I would say that you have at least 40 able villagers. And with the 40 plus you guys is what you're going to be having at least to do actual good fighting. As most of the able men are going to try to keep their family safe within the fort, the actual building fort.
Yeah. Is it 2 or 3 days to the next built-up area to the west?
For that one,
There's another town or something there, isn't there? Further along the road.
yeah, I think I said so. This was 30. Yeah,
How far away is the
yeah,
next
it's
town?
about yeah, it would be another almost close to a week with the group. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So Ilith, you got your spell up, yeah? Have you informed us?
Are you talking about the thing floating above the fort?
Yes. Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, she would let everyone know that she has a lookout up high that she can see through.
Okay. I'll come back down to where the villagers are, and I'll say, okay, we need to have a quick chat first, because the ghouls are here. I'll say, right, I was about a week's, half a week's travel with us, our party members, but with the villagers, it'll be about a week to get to the next town. This is the safest place at the moment. I suggest we keep quiet here and see what the ghouls could do first, and then we'll go from there. If the ghouls walk past, we shall stay here for a bit and we'll see what happens. But just keep quiet at the moment.
If that's anybody else have anything to add to that?
I don't.
Thorag mutters something about sieges and logistics.
Yeah.
Bina's hiding away in chapel.
Aaron's
I got a
just
kind of
on-
crazy idea.
Aaron is
No.
on the roof of the fort proper, just eyes closed, kind of giving a silent prayer to his goddess.
This is a ghoul army. Could I mask him in any faces to appear as a ghoul and then try to sneak out to see if I can find the leadership of this army?
I mean, you can certainly do what you like.
Yeah, I wonder if that's actually possible or not. I definitely. So I'm still covered, which is good because I should start smelling like them now. I just don't know if they're hive mind or not.
Illith, since you're keeping watch and then Ben with the birds and stuff, the first wave you can see are now lingering. You can smell the stench of these ghoul. And what you can tell is there's about 300, but so these tokens are going to represent 30 ghouls. And there should be 10 tokens, I think, hopefully, if my math is correct. It's only my throat that hurts today, not my brain. Yeah, there's 10.
Oh, there's a little guy next to one of them.
Yeah, those signify something, but for the most part,
Oh no.
Illus, this is what you would see. At least like 30. Those tokens all represent 30. A unit of 30. And if you are going to do the help from villagers, just as well will do. See if I got the right ones here. I think I named them correctly. You got your reserves, you got your torch bearers, and then you got your shield bearers, archers, and then who is this? Who are you? Oh, axe people. Boom. The axe people. So they have their little names. Hopefully, are you able to see names underneath of them? Or is it not showing?
No.
No, but they're at least the archers and the more militia.
Yeah,
The archers are different. Yeah. Oh, now we can.
Yeah, I just gotta put the permission there. Let's see here. So at least everybody knows who's who. Just in case this turns more of a tactical thing. So it's up to y'all how y'all want to position or what y'all do, of course. But
I would suggest we put the archers on top of the fort.
Are we abandoning the walls immediately?
Not immediately, but I feel like being on top of the fort would be a greater tactical advantage.
The walls are 50 feet. Only the last tower is 70 feet.
No,
they don't have
the
a lot
walls,
of. And
the walls are 30 feet. The fort itself is 40.
and then the entrance, the
That's-
two entrances that are to the south and to the east are the 50 feet.
Yeah, that still does mean that the archers don't really have a sight line on anything outside, directly like neighboring the walls versus.
You're right.
Yeah, because if we're doing this unless they're like still a ways out, and if we're going to be like basically bottlenecking them, that will be at the walls. So. Real quick, on the west side, is that just different, or is there actually not really a gatehouse on the west side?
No, yeah, that's the one that's just a thick wooden door with the metal trimmings and that large, heavy bar that would take multiple people to move. It would take multiple people to just unhinge it to open the doors.
Oh, good. It's the easiest place to break into. Oh, good.
Well, the wood is pretty thick. It is thick wood, at least 4 feet thickness.
It's not a gatehouse.
Nope, it's not a gatehouse.
I don't see any siege engines here.
But you do have that tower to the 50-foot tower to the north of it. And if anybody inspected those, that would also notice that there's arrow slits on those. Most of these towers are going to have arrow slits, and the oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the things. Anyway, the ones that you shoot through in the middle between the little openings of the. Yeah, my mind just went blank. The little openings.
Yeah, that's all right.
Of the walls there. Where Legolas and Gimli used to shoot from.
So basically, it looks like the ghouls sort of know we're here by the look of it.
And these are not really out here. They're probably inside still talking to everybody. So I'll just line up.
Yeah.
Boom.
I can't use a spell book, can I?
Unless you're a wizard and have some days to study.
I was hoping I could get at least one spell.
Fritz, can we split the archers into 3 groups?
Split the archers into 3 groups. So the archers are currently 8 archers. That's what you have.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what was left inside, and most of the
Okay.
people that would be
Well,
able
to be fair,
so
what we can
let
do
me-
is
let me
just
see if I
have
can
people
do
throw
this. I
rocks
wonder if
from
I
the
can do
walls.
this.
That's we could do old medieval tactics.
1d4 damage of rock.
I wonder if I can do this. I don't know. Boom.
Get bigger rock.
How much
Go for
foliage?
D6.
How much foliage is around the Chapel of Angoria?
Aside from those smaller trees, it's just pretty much foot tall grass and not very much. There's like no bushes around, but yes, that foot tall grass, and then of course the vines and such that are wrapping around it, up the walls
Okay.
and such.
Yeah, I don't think sneaking out is going to be an option.
Yeah. Fritz, have we got access to the actual archers and stuff moving their icons?
I can give y'all if y'all want to move them around and position them. Let me see. Let me do this. I think I can do all players.
Cool.
Can I do all players?
Join y'all in the fort.
Controlled by all players. Boom. Somebody can try to move the archers. See if it's working.
I cannot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So this is what I suggest, and you can talk about it. Is do it like this. Oh, I can't. Okay.
There we go. Everybody should be able to move it now.
I recommend
And we
going
put
for
us,
the
us,
leadership.
us here. Us. We go on the right hand side on the tower.
So we leave the south and west to the people, and then the right tower is our.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we want to? Do we want to name any important NPCs to be basically the captains for the south or west groups, or one of ourselves being the captains for the west or south groups?
Yeah, you could do that. You could put one of us in each of the areas if you wanted to.
Nobu
I would
points
say-
at Nobu points at Gregor. That's his name, and he says we can pick. Give me a second. We can pick Thorag as one of the random group leaders.
Oh,
Are you talking about
they
Gregor?
do.
Oh, that's his name, Gregor.
Oh yeah,
Wait.
Gregor.
Oh, I
Gregor.
thought that was big. Wait, we're the old man with borderline dementia. We're giving. Oh no.
You all
We've
look
been
alike.
working his magic muscles. He's doing great.
My fly spell. I can do this.
Oh God.
Please be careful.
Oh, we're gonna
You got this, Gregor.
We're
gonna show 'em
die.
We don't give up. We're gonna fight. This is the best. I haven't had this kind of adventure in years. Takes me back to the good old days.
Fionna's gonna relay some information to Illith that she thinks that the armored ones are probably the vampires that are commanding them. They should be top priority of killing them.
Illith is squat sitting at the, I guess, down with the rest of the villagers, and she is watching through her thing as this information comes to her, but she will pass it along.
And the other one was Charles. Charles is the one that seemed more like the warrior type that was also handling most of the villagers and getting them too. So
My vote is then Charles on the west. The west is probably going to be the worst of the fighting.
That is why they're
I-
smaller,
Yeah.
yes.
I
They're
agree.
coming from the east.
Let me see.
So they're
What-
surrounding us. So the ones
Ye-
on the
yeah.
west, there's more on the west. There's barely any at the south end, though that may change if good command goes on the east and the west.
That also just might be they are kind of surrounding us, but there's not a lot of space on the south end. confirmation DM, are they like more evenly surrounding the fort? Not yet approached yet, or what's the current situation
What you
of
see
ghouls?
right now is what you they haven't gone to too much. Like there's a little opening to the south and a little opening to the north, but yeah, they
Okay, so mostly flanking right now.
yeah.
Okay.
They have advantage.
Pretty much. I mean,
Oh no!
But to you saying we should make Charles, to Thorag saying, for Charles, Nobu's gonna say, I also agree with Aaron on this remark. Wait a minute. I think I got the name wrong again. What's your name? And he looked at you, Thorag.
What?
Time for
We should all
later.
just wear labels.
I think Funa's plan is just go along the wall and try to assassinate the leadership.
Fino was then surrounded and ganged up on by 20 ghouls all at once.
Well,
They
I can
died
run pretty
screaming.
fast.
30 ghouls
That-
and a commander.
He was ganged up upon by 30 ghouls and a commander. Boom. Boom.
And then Charles, y'all said you wanted east or west.
Charles is you, William. I don't know who you're asking.
Oh no, but somebody asked they wanted him east or west.
I think we said east.
So y'all wanted him east to pretty much be kind of
Yeah,
commanding
let's-
these people. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got torchbearers.
Yeah, so there will be morality role or moral rules on this if battle it does ensue. But
Okay. That is a single target, right? The armored people.
yeah, you can try to do a single target on them. Yeah.
What I mean is that one entity or multiple entities?
That's one entity.
Okay. I'm curious. Can I, if I cast one of those spells on the ghoul army itself, can I twin spell it and attack the same blob?
Attack the same ghoul? No, you would have to have
No,
a different.
the blob. Like, if the blob represents 30, can I twin spell my spells to attack the same blob?
Oh yeah, if you want to attack the same, yeah.
Okay.
So, DM, I have a question. How big is like? So we can only move. Some of us can move 25. Some of us can move 35. What does each square represent? Like, how many feet is each
Oh
Uh,
square?
yeah, the squares should be 5 feet.
Even outside the castle.
Yeah, it should be 5 feet.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure.
While people are still setting up a plan, Thor is going to rally the villagers to search the fort for oil of any kind.
Mm. That's a good plan.
Yeah, we get the young bloods and that to do that with hers.
Also have them get some of the expired grain. It can be used as an excellent accelerant for any fires or explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the guy who has military training.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
you.
Thorek was a soldier. So,
All right, so let me see. Roll me a percentage for them. Anybody can roll it. Whoever wants to make one roll.
Make a what roll?
Just a percentage roll, so I can see if the
Fuck yeah.
villagers will find.
Let's see.
I'll roll the percentile.
Oh, okay.
I shall do a D10,000.
Oh my god.
6972.
Good heavens. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. You can do it's a random number generator
Are you rolling
based rather than. No. Oh, I was just messing around. Someone can declare the proper roll.
Good.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Jesus.
Good heavens.
could we add
Oh,
one to
good
that?
heaven.
Good heavens.
Can I add? No, I'm not going to add a flash of genius to that.
I cast guidance.
There
We can
I
break
cast-
the T100.
Hell yeah.
Apparently,
I
Now,
cast
let's
it-
hope that the high is good.
a barrel of oil in the old smithy.
I
So-
guess we weren't going to get any oil unless we rolled that high. All right, a barrel of oil.
Yes, blackened forge oil
Beautiful.
is what you find in there.
There's
Because of the
nothing.
old of it, since it's old, it's kind of half congealed, but it does smell kind of acrid. But yeah. Let's see there. So y'all can write that down, and if y'all want to see, write notes or whatever, whoever has that. It is a barrel, so quite a bit of it. All right. So as far as positions, has everybody else moved pretty much where they're going to be positioned currently?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Um,
for now,
I guess.
Hesta and
Yeah.
Jenna are going to be hiding in here. That's the whole Lord of the Rings things.
Are there
happens.
obvious windows where they're at? Where the villages are at?
Yes, there are openings. There's just pretty much just stone openings to signify what there would be windows. So I would say like maybe
Ooh, okay.
there would be at least maybe about 20 inches in width and height.
Are there a lot of them?
I would say every 10 feet for major like on the outskirts. Like in the inner rooms, there's no
Okay.
windows, of course, but like on the outer walls, about every 10 to 15 feet, there would be an opening like that.
Okay. I don't think she can block enough of those with her little pebbles, so we'll hold off for now.
Don't give up. Believe.
I can only have 5. What do you want from me?
Believe.
I think that's. Let me make sure on that. I think that's what I wrote.
I want you to do better.
You're right. My
Hey.
bad.
Mm.
You leave our resident Illith
I call
alone.
upon family.
Hey, she was. There you go.
Picking on the dinosaur.
There you go. Right there, Vin Double Diesel.
You still gotta tell me what that armor does, but that's for later.
So later. We can do that after this.
All right, so let me look through my notes here.
I think I can do 5. While you're double checking, let me double check. Yeah.
Okay, so they would be spaced every 20 to 30 feet. So yeah, there's a lot fewer of them. Yeah, because they wouldn't really have
20
that
to
much
30,
in the
so they're
first, in the first floor, because it's supposed to be more defensible.
We are.
okay. Then
so-
she will pick little bits of rubble off the ground and make the illusion that the windows are not there.
Oh, nice.
We are still connected by the telepathy stuff.
Yeah,
So
Fina is the
you
hub
and
for-
Aaron have to talk through Fina.
Yeah. I
Fina is the
Just-
hub of communications.
I basically let Fina know that if the west gate is breached, to let Thorag know so Thorag can rush over and become the steel wall to block it. I could still become big.
Sounds good, buddy.
Yeah, and Illith, you would see that they're just starting to move and look around as y'all were planning everything, and by the time everybody gets to their positions,
The attack begins.
Lilith inside. There we go.
does that work
Move
out?
my little thing so it's not blocked by the villagers.
Oh, that
There we
might
go.
work out.
All right. So if that's the case, let's go ahead. Let me see if this will. Let me open this thing first. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. No. I think this should work. So what I'm going to have happen here is everybody's going to roll their individual initiatives, and then I just need one person just to roll a d20 for me for initiative for the NPCs.
I can do that.
Awesome. So go ahead and roll y'all's initiative.
Well, I guess assassination's not on the table.
Oh god,
You can
I
try.
rolled a 9. Jeez.
I got an 11. Damn, I rolled low.
Finally!
I got a
Thoreg!
nat 1 on one of them, and I got a 4 on the other. Sorry, a 7.
And then whoever has, or if
Yes.
Beyonce.
I got it.
Can I use my dice on that?
Beyonce suddenly slips from the walls and falls to his death.
Beyonce, no!
Oh, no. Beyonce!
Can initiative count as a skill?
Beyonce says, "This is too much for me,"
No.
and lets his little
No.
Drake carry him away.
I was trying to roll a d6.
We're
on that.
losing. I don't want to die. Flies away.
Okay, so how am I gonna
Understood.
do this? Okay, so we're gonna do it this
I'm at
way.
the freaking bottom.
The dice gods are cruel and unusual.
I'm the bottom bitch now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way and just go off of one initiative. So now, I just need somebody to roll me a d20 and let me know what they rolled.
I do it.
Not me.
I'll do it. I forgot.
My lord.
Oh, maybe it should have been me.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna write this down. And then
I'm not the bottom bitch anymore.
NPCs have a 5.
Maybe that was the initiative for the monsters. We can dream.
Unfortunately, they
That would
already
be great.
rolled, so.
Our dream has become a nightmare. The villagers are slaughtered.
No.
So the ghouls, don't mind all the other ghouls. I'm going by one ghoul, which all of them are gonna go in the same initiative, which they rolled a 19 initiative.
Ah, fuck.
And
Holy.
at the very bottom, we're gonna say it's 5. So I think so. The NPCs always go after Fina.
Oh no.
Yes, NPCs. I'm gonna have to do analog style, keeping up with them using old paper. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a quick restroom break. 5 minutes. I know we got like till 5:30, but I'm gonna go, and anybody needs to do a restroom break or get some water or whatever. I drink too much water, so I'm gonna go. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So it begins.
Alright.
The
Not gonna lie.
stalling.
My idea was to mask him in the faces as a ghoul and then try to sneak out, find the vampire leaders, and use suggestion on them to call off their armies.
So what are odds of doing this, you guys think?
I'm already considering escape.
I think with the walls.
We-
With the walls, I think we might be okay.
It
Yeah.
depends how well we can bleed them at this first hurdle.
Honestly, I'm not
Basically,
gonna lie.
if-
Oh, God.
Yeah, if we can deplete a good number of their forces just from this outer wall before like the walls are breached properly, we could do a lot. The thing is, we have to be able to hold all 3 points for a bit. And we, for fighting force, we are severely outnumbered.
That is 100% a fact.
Proper
and some of us-
fortifications.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Nobu.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm not 100% barbarian because, I could dive in there and just start fighting. It'd be a great day.
I really
But
wish.
I am a druid more than a barbarian, guys. So I have
Yippee.
tons of spells. Honestly, Ben should
Oh,
have
we
made
should
us
have done
fucking...
the fairy
Yep.
toast.
Ben, you should have fucking made us a drink.
That's okay.
So, random thought though is that we could win via leadership like a Warhammer game. To be honest, if we kill the leaders, it might cause the rest of them to break. That's what I'm saying. We should focus on the leaders. Because either 2 things are going to happen. They're going to lose cohesion and start killing one another, or they might start because reasons.
Let's see. What do I want?
You should have been given Gregor the spell book. He's a
Yeah,
wizard.
100%. That would have been great.
I forget about that. Also, I doubt this old man can cast a level 8 spell.
I mean,
Maybe
you
not,
may be
but-
surprised.
There's more to that. Like, a wizard doesn't just get rid of all of his spells after he reaches a certain level of spellcasting, because he can only cast so many of that certain level.
Oh, that is curious. I should have prepared for these spells. I
How
wanted
much
the
health do I-
freaking invisibility is a 2nd level spell.
How much health do I have when I'm wild shaped? What am I thinking at?
You don't get a lot.
Not now.
All
No.
right.
Rinva,
Isn't
who
it
the
your
hell
druid
is this
level
Dark
plus
Lord?
some stuff?
Yes.
I don't know. I think they came from Williams.
I didn't do it.
know.
What happened?
Darkling Lord is saying that he can't wait to watch all these innocents die.
Oh, he said that all of the ghouls should cast Meteor Swarm.
God, who is this
Simultaneously.
guy? Who is this guy?
He's
Damn,
wishing
level
death
20
upon the party.
ghouls?
Well, his name is Dark Lord. I can understand why he's saying it.
You know who he is. He was in Chain's campaign on Friday.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Which one is that? Fucking Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, you edgy bitch.
So
The
now
moment
we
you
know.
said, the
Now
moment
we
you
know.
the moment you said it was in the campaign with Chain, I'm like, I fucking know who it is. It has to be Jack. 6 times. I love it. 6
Well,
times.
it's not
I love
me.
All right.
That's funny.
It's everybody here. It was just me that left.
It was just you that left, I do believe.
Okay. Yeah, we're like,
Yeah.
dang it, DM. No, all right, here we go. Well, in that case, let's set the mood.
Revive 24. It's 6 times my druid level.
We need to set
Gotcha.
the mood here, since y'all.
Dang, that'll get high
since
when you
y'all
get up
rock
there.
hard. Let's go ahead and do some rock music.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's my theme song, Revna.
Hell yeah! Do we get the Doom music again?
All right. So, upon seeing this large army, I got to do something really quick for some peeps. For some peeps. Just to start off something first. All right, all good right now. Morality check is good, though they are looking. Who's over here in the west? Aaron. So Aaron, you are able to see
me
the
and Fina over here.
yeah, Fina and Aaron, you can see that the axe hands and the reserves, the people are a bit spooked, unnerved, but they seem to just be standing there, but you don't know if anything might just make them break.
Can I do something?
I Where are you? I can't see you.
If it's
No.
not me, sorry. Can Yonsei do something?
Oh yeah. Well, Yonsei's also on the south tower. They're all the way to the west, so depends if he can do
Gotcha,
something
okay.
that far.
Well, with the people that he's with, he just wants to. I wish there was something I can do to boost the sound of that, but there's really nothing much I can do. What he wants to do is pretty much get everybody in the spirit for this fight, like play his music, and just increase morality on his side.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So all the people, the shield barriers and the archers. All right, cool. So I'll keep that in mind for shield barriers and archer.
And Yonsei doing the guitar for all background music right now. his Drake is
So
playing
much
the
for
drums.
stealth.
I don't know
I'm
who
kidding.
Gregory was leading.
I can
but
picture it.
He's gonna fly somewhere.
I'm pretty sure we put Gregor on the south.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna do it, this people. Ain't nobody gonna be a coward today. You hear me? Anybody a coward, I'm gonna blast them with a firebolt. No surrendering.
I know, but what I do?
Inquisitor.
Was that ball with a B or bolt with a T?
With a T.
Ah,
Tragic.
All right. So
Told
we're
you you
gonna
should have
go
given Gregor the
with
spell book. It would have been great.
The large
We need a
group
drink
here,
after
which
this.
Charles is. You are first, Mr. Bin. You do see 30 of these ghouls rushing about over here. Then you see these other ones looking at the water, not quite certain what to do yet, but you do see this unit of 30. So to start us off, to see what everybody's going to do, what are you doing, Bin?
I'm going to put my rod in the air and I'm going to cast Bless on me, Naboo, and Thorag.
Ooh. Blessed are thou.
Blessed are the peacekeepers.
Champions of the just.
All right, we'll signify blessed with the yellow dots. All right. Large scale battling. The joys. So, anything else from you, sir?
I'll walk up to the wall and have a look and see what's down there because my vision in the dark is not fantastic. So I'll. Well, it's not worth talking to these scum, so I'll just have a look at them.
Yeah, with the Arya's light shining down, you can at least see that there is 30 ghouls underneath this wall entrance here. The portcullis is stopping them, of course. And then the other ones surrounding all the way up to the north and some to the south.
Okay, I'm going to observe what they're doing. I've got my shield protecting me.
Alrighty then. Well, in that case, we jump to all of them. So first of all, I need to see individual things for them. Alright. Good lord.
300 D20 rolls later.
Yeah. So yeah, that one is going to go ahead and move. You see another group of 30 move this way.
Okay.
And this one will move right there. Seems that they're being deterred by the water. And then this group is going to go this way. And that's, yeah, they're going to go right there. This group, all of them are going to go ahead and... So there are little slits that y'all can see through the door. Able to see, of course, the people on this tower can see what's going on. So that moves 30, feet up there, and then they start climbing on the wall of the door. So that's 30 there, and then
Oh boy.
okay, so they can do that too. They actually do make it to the top of the wall, so they're going to be right here. And then this group doesn't quite make it to the wall. They're going to go ahead. Get away. And all these are going to move right behind. So you have a large amount of them right here. So about 90 on the ground, and then another 30 made it to the top of the walls. And these are all going to attack the door. So we're going to go ahead and just do one roll for that.
And do you tell anybody?
I knew it. I knew it. They're going for the door.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I scream it through our information network.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to go ahead and do that. Cool.
Oh.
So I tell Fina. Fina tells everyone she's connected to, and
So that's gonna be an
everyone
average
who
of-
Illith is connected to gets told as well.
So 6.
Uh,
Okay,
Thorag is then gonna probably then abandon the east wall and rush to grab the Oriole barrel and rush to the west wall. That's my idea.
That is a strong door, but half of a hit's point is gone now. So y'all see them just rake and hit the door, clawing, hitting with weapons, and half of the door is almost demolished.
It was quick.
Oh boy.
And then you see these other ones can't reach it because it's just not enough room. So it's just the first ones that are doing this. So half of the door is demolished there. And then upon seeing this one will start. Yeah, that'll move to right there. And that should be all of them. All right. Which now will take us to Mr. Aaron.
Seeing this group of ghouls get up the wall and hearing another group attacking the door down there, I'm going to first I'll ask a question. Would it be an action to tell this group of folks up on the tower to open fire, or would that be a bonus action?
I'll give it to you. Within the, yeah. I mean, that should be a quick.
All right. First, gonna scream at the group in the tower to open fire at the ones on the little land bridge here.
Okay.
And then I am going to turn my attention to the horde right next to me. And swing my sword. Does a 24 hit?
You definitely hit a ghoul. Yes.
Excellent. I 2d6. It's 15 damage, 15 slashing.
15 slashing. Nice. All right. So we're going to do this with...
If I were to use any hex-based spells on the token, would it be the entire group or just one ghoul in the group?
As far as the hex, is it like an area or just only for, or is it just targeting one?
So it's one creature within 30 feet.
Unfortunately, yeah, it would be only for one creature.
One entity.
Yeah, I would say anybody that has targeting spells, the ones that usually target one creature still will affect only one creature. But if you have area of effect spells, just let me know. That actually works a little bit better with unit tokens.
Okay.
God, I wish we had more mages. Fireball.
Shit, I can't use that because it's a
Fireball.
full action. I can't use it because it's a full action, but I guess I will bonus action. Bonus action Hexblade's Curse one of the ghouls inside of this group right next to me.
What does
Okay.
that do?
Do you want to do the same one that
just-
you attacked, or a different one?
If you can, if it subtracts a D whatever from their saving throws, please do it on these guys. I have a very brilliant idea. Maybe.
It doesn't. I will do it on a different ghoul though,
Okay.
and then I will use my second greatsword attack to try and hit that ghoul that I hit with the curse.
Ooh, that will work. That goes through.
Alrighty. So
13.
that's a 13. Does this give me?
Don't even need to go further.
16.
You
Gives a 16.
you slice it in half. That would do voices, but you get it. It screeches, and half its lower half fall or lower body part falls to the ground and thunk in the water. Blips. Okay, for that one. Okay, cool. Or negative.
And
You only have 29 left. All right.
29 left in there.
Yeah.
Of that group.
Would it be? Would it invoke opportunity of attack to drop down because technically leaving that 5-foot square, but
Yeah,
also
technically right now, yeah, that would be a large opportunity attack. And I would say within that, you probably get about 4 opportunity attacks on you, since they can't quite get all the way to you, since there's this also the walkway can only fit up to 2 people per side to side. So
yeah, I'm gonna wait on leaving then. That'll end my turn.
alrighty. With that, we go to Mr. Naboo.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. I am blessed, and I am blessed. Let's see. What I want to do,
Double blessed.
because fuck it. I don't have any AoE spells, do I?
Bree.
Yeah, I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Spike Growth on the ground of the ghouls in front of me.
Spike growth.
Ooh.
Alright.
So,
Those are fun.
the ground in a 20-foot radius, and I'm getting them all. So centered on the point of range, sprouts, hard spikes, and thorns. But for mine, since Ben, you can see, since you can barely see it, it doesn't really look like grass, hard spikes and thorns. It kind of looks like the same color of my skin, but you can see it moving, and even though it's stationary, and the thorns are gonna be small teeth. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
So have you cast this in front of the wall so they can't climb up it without walking into
Yep.
the spell growth? Is that what you've done? Blocking off the gate? Okay.
Nice. Nice maneuver.
And it is difficult terrain too.
Okay. So that was spike growth, you said?
Yep.
Cool. Just to make it quicker, if anybody has spells, y'all can just click on them, and there should be like once you go into the actual spells that appear on your right hand.
You can display.
Yeah, just
Hit the cast on display on the top right.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Dang it.
Since this is a bigger battle, we got 2 minutes left though. But let's go ahead. Anything else from you, sir?
That'll be it.
All right. Which will take us to Illith, followed by Fina next.
Illith is currently looking through her thing. Does it appear like any of the gates are being overwhelmed?
You know what? Where is Thorag?
Or like that
Sorry.
she can see anything?
The ones
He's over
that
the
are
west
being
gate.
overwhelmed would be the ones to the west.
And I might have the answer for
Or
that.
sorry, Thorag's at the east gate. Illith cannot make it there, but she will, I guess, start heading that way, since it seems like that's the side that needs it the most. So 30, and then
As Hesta
an
screams at you,
additional
be
30, because she's gonna. She's gonna dash, and I think she can only make it to about right here.
careful. Okay.
What's that thing's flight speed? Can her homunculus servant be going faster, further? No, its fly speed's the same as her walking speed. Okay, that's it for her.
Awesome. Thorag, what was your initiative roll?
18.
Oh shoot, you should have. Okay, we're gonna go.
Oh,
I don't know why I didn't put you in the thingamajigger. That's weird.
I did.
So
Well, I didn't use the. I still need to grab the
Oh.
extension,
Oh,
so
okay.
I just threw it into the roll 20. So it did something to fix.
Oh no worries.
Tisk tisk.
So let's go ahead and jump to you then before we go to Fina. Sorry. So that way we can keep everything in order.
I assume Thorag got the mental communication of like, oh, Westgate is in trouble, so did bolt for it. I'm too used to Pathfinder, and I've missed so many games that I haven't had a run feature for a while. Do I just have a double move as max speed, or is there some option I can do to get
So
further?
basically, I guess it would be a dash that you do. So yeah, it would just get you to the 60 feet area there. So and that would be pretty much the full.
How do you
that
leave
sucks.
dots?
You hold left click to make an arrow, and then you can right click to make little points to.
That's incredible. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. It's very useful.
I
Let me
should probably
remeasure
make
what
a
I
video
did.
sometime.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Let me remeasure mine just to
So
make sure I
you're
got it
going
right
there.
then.
Do I remember where is the barrel just sitting out here of oil?
God, please pick up.
If anybody
Hello.
if anybody moved it, yeah, I would say if they moved it to there, it would be there.
Okay. Then the Thorag's definite plan is to grab oil.
All right.
So.
So
Go there, grab oil, keep going.
it is 5:32. So Fina, whatever you want to do.
I want the two commanders to make a wisdom. Is it wisdom saving throw? Yeah, both of these fuckers make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's see. These down here. All right.
The commanders. Shit, wrong one.
Who we assume are commanders.
Yes.
So let me see here. That one is going to roll a 12, and the other one is going to roll a 11.
Yes. All right. I cast dual cast suggestion spells, and I'm gonna tell them for them to take their units and go home, and do not come back until further notice.
Let's see. Suggestion. Can they do that? Yep. And
Yep,
then,
they can do that. They can just leave comment.
Let's see how. And what is the duration of it? Like, is it
It's eight.
I've had it done before, but I can't remember.
It's 8 hours. You
8
ain't coming back.
All right.
Does it have a range?
Yes, and I'm within range. And then if they leave
No,
that
I mean,
range,
does it have a
still
range to
affects
which
them.
it disappears?
It's
Okay.
permanent until they get harmed.
Yeah, I think I had somebody do that on the other campaign. So
Yes, suffer.
let's see here, and then well, I guess on their turn they're gonna see what happens there. And what was Yonsei's initiative?
Yonsei got a 10.
A 10. Okay. So
Please work the way I intended.
that's a good suggestion. Suggestion is pretty freaking powerful. All right, so Yonsei would have actually been first. What is Yonsei doing?
Yonsei is going to. Let me see.
And then
He's going to call on the power of Swift.
Oh no, don't tell me everyone who likes Yonsei is a Swiftie.
Oh my god.
I'm not a
So
Swiftie, so I'm okay.
cause I got. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm on Yonsei. So what Yonsei is going to do is, if I can get to the map, thank you, is come over here and walk along the, the walling, and he's going to shoot, into this horde.
okay.
Actually, shoot or anything else because he is.
You could go for the leader and try and take him out. If you're doing a single target action.
Well,
And we'll probably end with his before I get to the NPCs because it's already 5:35. I actually got to drive to Big Spring, so.
gotcha. So
All right.
Can you
goodness.
Can you please tell me if the suggestion move worked?
We will,
yeah, he's gonna target this thing.
we'll find out for the
Okay.
suggestion when it goes back to their turn.
I want to know.
Too
So
bad.
long though. So
Cliffhanger.
did it?
Let's see,
Did it roll?
30,
There we
60, 90, 120. That
21 to
could be
hit.
150.
And you were targeting this guy
This
right
guy.
here? All right. So
Yeah.
that one will hit
10 piercing.
10 piercing. All right. So 10 piercing.
And
That's
pierce.
Cool. All right. That one.
And that's it.
All right.
Actually. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah, so this will probably be a pretty good battle. So next session there'll probably be a lot of battling.
Ugh.
But anyway, let me go ahead and go in here. And everybody that was watching, hopefully you were able to hear me because my voice is dying on me today. But thank you for watching, and we'll be back next Sunday. And see what happens at the Siege of Hearthstone. And these smart fellows, as they're able to suggest and do a lot of interesting things here.
You blue baller.
Stop recording. All right. See y'all all
All
next
right.
Sunday. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Indeed.
Bye.
I'll send you-
Bye.
I'll send you 2 weeks' money.